And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right, check,
The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Back to throw here. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Touchdown! Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their 25-yard line.
19 wide.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. And And finding the tight end Hooper. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Willis looking to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Willis. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A first down carry for Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
The Titans at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Willis. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Second and 4. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
the gun now on 3rd down. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Titans, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Check, Panthers. Check.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here we go.
Willis, 4th down here. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Let's go.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Let's go now.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Up the middle they go with Dorsett. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, here's the option.
The 20. 5, touchdown, Titans.
Malik Willis,
41 yards.
and the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On 2nd and 9, Willis. Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Now Willis on third down. Open man is Burks, and he's got him.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
A handoff, running left, Henry.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Hawk 70.
Willis now off of play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Third down, it's Willis.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
This one left side caught by Collins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 2.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Rocky Sin. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd and 14.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He's ready.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this...
And oh, he coughed it up! And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
19 Tigers.
The handoff, Dorsett up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The recipe is pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
10 yards on third down. Back to throw again. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'll be get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. He's going to wind up and air it out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
Willis to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. He hits Adams, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley.
And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. You'll also learn how to shrug your shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the